What up to all my movie heads and my movie fan base? The Movie Man is back in full effect, and today I'm going to do a quick review of the movie The Professional. Spoiler free, I'm not going to give it all away, so I'll be very quick. This movie stars Natalie Portman, Jean Reno, Danny Aiello, and also legendary actor Gary Oldman. Stay tuned. Psst. Up here, The Professional, written and directed by Luke Benson, stars Gary Oldman, Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, and Danny Aiello. Kind of an all-star cast, and you may have heard Luke Benson's name before. Here's his work. The Fifth Element, which is one of my favorite sci-fi movies. And I mean, up there with Total Recall, it's up there with Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and it's up there with, dare I say, RoboCop. And this movie's PG-13, and it also stars Gary Oldman. Him and Luke Benson had a great time and a great work relationship on The Professional, so they work together again. And again, Gary Oldman plays a villain. He's very good at this. Anywho, Luke Benson may be also known for another movie. One of my favorite action films too, which I actually slept on. I recently saw a year ago, which I like this film. It's Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman in Lucy. Directed and written by Luke Benson. Last but not least, Liam Neeson in Taken. Now, he did not direct it, but he did write it with Robert Mark Kamen. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I slept in this film, and I did see this on digital, and I gotta say, I like it. It wasn't John Wick, because I don't think nothing could be John Wick, but this was good. This was a good movie. Some people may mix this movie up, the movie that is with Italian actor Belmondo in Lead Professional. This movie came out in 1981. It is not the same as the Luke Benson 1994, The Professional, or this is not a remake either. This movie is about a secret agent. Luke Benson's movie is about a hitman. Two different movies, but I can see why people get these two movies confused. This was actually a big hit in Italy in 1981. Also, I just want to say to all my movie heads and my movie fan base out there that I would love to use movie clips because I had this whole thing worked out, but because of fair use of YouTube and the policies of copyright strike and YouTube new policy since 2023, I cannot. I don't know why. I see other people use it, but I've seen other channels get demonetized from that, and I'm not going to take any chances. So I'm going to show you posters and clips and movie clips. And I really do want to use movie clips for this because The Professional deserve this, but YouTube policy. Can't fight him. Sorry. Back to The Professional. It was called Leon the Professional, but because it was distributed by Columbia, Columbia did not want that. They wanted the movie to be called The Professional. Now, overseas, Luke Benson, when he was doing the promotion, called it Leon the Professional. But in the United States of America, it was called The Professional. Let me give you the synopsis of the story, the background of the story. Jean Reno plays a cleaner, kind of a hitman for the mob. And the girl next to him is Natalie Portman. She plays Matilda. Let me give you a background from Natalie Portman and her character. Her character is somewhat in love with the hitman, but he doesn't look at her like that. He looks at her as a daughter. She looks at him as a lover. And later on in her career, Natalie Portman complained that she was kind of sexualized, not on the film by any of the actors. There was no, rape scenes or anything like that. That's not what she said. She said that the movie kind of, took her sexuality to that place. But when I saw the movie, I didn't see that. What I saw was a father and daughter type relationship because, in the movie, her parents gets murdered. So that's what I saw. But she said she took it in a different way. And she spoke with Jodie Foster at a women's conference and said The Professional kind of over-sexualized her, which, again, I'm not taking nothing from her, but I personally, when I watched this movie, I did not see this. Anyway, this movie is in 4K UHD. I did not buy it on physical copy. I got this on Vudu. Again, Vudu has a great sales. I got this for $7.99. And it is beautifully digitally remastered. It is beautiful. I don't care what anyone tells you about, Blu-ray looks better. It doesn't. Nothing beats 4K, guys. Nothing beats 4K. Nothing. Synopsis of the movie. Matilda, which is played by, on the right-hand corner, by Natalie Portman. She's only 12 years old, but she's already familiar with, the dark side of life. Her parents are somewhat abusive. They're drug addicts. They sell drugs. Her father's very abusive. And her father helps corrupt police officers. And her mother, as with any drug addict, neglects her. Leon, on the left here, which is played by Jean Reno, he lives down the hall. And he loves houseplants. And, he works for a hired, mobster named Tony, which is played by Danny Aiello. Side note about Danny Aiello, he wasn't going to take the role, but because he didn't want to be stereotyped as a mafia person, he did a couple movies that's mafia related. And, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino was kind of stereotyped as those actors, and he didn't want to be stereotyped. But he took the role. I do not know why he took it. He just took it, and he said he was glad that he took it because the film turned out to be very good. He turned out to he's a mobster with a heart. Anyway, he's the one that hires John Reno's character Leon to do, mob hits, cleanup, with other, the mafia's enemies. Leon's the one that takes him out. He does it very spectacularly, guys. I wish I had the movie clips to show you. It is beautiful. The way he does it, the way that he's solo, the way he makes him scared. It's like, I would compare it to like how Batman does it, but, like a hitman. It's beautiful. I really, really wish I had the movie clips to show you. But as I said before, YouTube policy. Matilda's family is murdered by a crooked DEA agent named Stansfield, which is played by, of course, legendary actor Gary Oldman, which I love, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love that movie. I'm about to review that movie in 4K too. It's in 4K and it's beautiful. I've seen Dracula, how much times? About about over 10 times already. And in 4K, it's just beautiful. Anyway, Matilda joined forces with Leon, and she wants to get revenge on, Stansfield here. And she wants to learn about the business, how to kill from a hitman. Now, again, he's teaching her in this scene, he's teaching her how to hold the gun and keep it close to her. And there's an ending to this film, but I'm not going to say again. This is spoiler free, guys. It's spoiler free. I'm just here to give you the synopsis of the story. He's training her to kill. Some people have a problem with this. As I said before, I don't see a sexual problem with this. All I see is a father like teaching, someone of his daughter And he actually, in this movie, his character in the movie did not want to help her at all. He did not want to help Matilda because he's a loner. He cared about his plants, and that's it. He works for Tony, and that's it. He's a loner. He's a, he's very antisocial. He keeps himself, as Eddie Killer should, and he's very clean with how he does things. And she, she kind of comes in his life. But I think because she came in his life, she maybe had a heart. I think he has a heart, and because of her, and let's just say he does the right thing because of her. So I think this dynamic of a father and daughter relationship. Now, remember, her character doesn't see, Leon like that. She sees him a little sexual. So I can understand some people having some, doubts now in the Me Too era that this movie is kind of iffy, with this character. But again, I did not see a sexual relationship. All I saw and all I've seen is a father teaching his daughter how to kill. That's it. If that's a problem, then fine. But I don't see sexual activity here at all. At all. Long story short, Stanfield finds out that there was a witness, which is Matilda, and she could pin the murder of her parents on him. So he goes all out and tries to find her, and he finds out that Leon is protecting her, a hitman. So, they clash. And it's a slow build, guys. This is an action movie, but it's a very slow build. And again, without me giving anything away, I suggest you go watch this movie. This movie is totally worth it. Even I slept on it. Because I remember when it came out in 94, I was watching Speed with Keanu Reeves. I didn't care nothing about this movie. I didn't know nothing about Luke Benson. And again, you sleep on these kind of movies. But again, word of mouth got out. And when I saw it years later, I saw it on Blu-ray. And again, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with this movie. This movie is literally not a 10 out of 10 for me, but a 9 out of 10. And this is beautifully written and directed by Luke Benson. And just, especially the character of Stansfield. They said that this is the greatest cinema villain since Heath Ledger's Joker. This was before Heath Ledger even touched the Joker. They said that this character, Stansfield, is the greatest cinema villain. I kind of disagree with that a little bit, but I understand because this was a cult hit. This was very a cult hit. So yeah, but 9 out of 10 for me, guys. A beautiful, well-rounded movie. And I really want to give the scenes away. But again, as I said before, I think you should go see it for yourself and see if it doesn't live up to the hype of the cult status. Movie trivia, guys. The movie budget of The Professional was only $16 million, and it was funded by Columbia. At the time, it was funded by another independent film source. I'm not so certain of that source, but Columbia funded the $60 million, and this movie made $45 to $50 million worldwide. It probably made more, but at the time of 1994, it was a big hit. And it didn't take out Speed or Face Off or those kind of movies, but it still was a big hit at the time. And it was, again, to this day, it's a cult movie like a Mad Max or The Crow. Side note about Danny Aiello's character, Tony. He takes advantage of Leon. He holds his money. He knows he has contracts, and he's holding his money, and he supposedly is keeping it safe for him. So he takes advantage of Leon's good nature. I didn't want to say that and give that away, but it has to be said that he really takes advantage of Leon in this film. And Leon, in any way, could have killed him. But Tony has a good heart. He does look out for Matilda a couple times, and not trying to give anything away, but he cares about Leon. He does. My belief, this is my opinion. Maybe people may not believe it, but he does care about Leon. He does. He just loves taking advantage of him. All in all, I give this movie 9 out of 10. And Leon the Professional, which is originally called, if you're into violence, if you're into revenge, if you're into kind of a slow build kind of movie, watching The Professional is definitely right up your alley. Luke Benson does a great job. I can't take nothing from this movie. As I said before, this is a kind of a quick review. This is like under 10-minute review. I usually like to do my movie reviews over 10 minutes to that degree, but this is just a revenge movie, guys, and a father and daughter movie. No matter what people tell you, to me, this is not a sexualized movie. This is not a pedophilic movie. There's been some controversy around this film. It's not, and I wish people would just please watch the movie before you make a judgment. The movie man's out.